Nasaan yung bar? Ayan.
Introducing the new delicious Didi Bar. New shape, new flavors,
So, you like this bar? Cheers!
new delightful experience.
Cuando, junto con Ronnie Nieto. El Discusión, Juan y Sangada. Todo lunes, a las 9 hasta las 10 de la noche. Y miércoles, después del Dateline Zamboanga. Y cada domingo, a las 2 del tarde. Cuando, junto con Ronnie Nieto. El programa que te discutí el mga issues del semana. Cuando, junto con Ronnie Yedo. Cuando.
Querido compoblanos de Ciudad de Zamboanga, paz de Dios y abrazo de Nuestra Señora la Virgen del Pilar y San Jose con todo canatun. We are facing challenging times with the threat of the coronavirus or COVID-19. The World Health Organization has declared it as a global pandemic, and President Rodrigo Roa Duterte has declared a state of public health emergency as the number of confirmed cases is rising in the country. El coronavirus tasale na familia de mga virus que te lleva diferente klase de enfermedad, principianto na simple tos y sipon, hasta na mas grabe infeksyon que ta incluye calor, difícil resulya, corto resuelyo y síntomas respiratorio y diarrhea. Na favor de Dios, Zamboanga City remains COVID-free as of this time. We also have 0 persons under investigation. We have persons under monitoring. Al ustedes mga opisyales lokal en koordinasyon con otro mga ahensya, mga otoridad na salud y seguridad, hace todo el esfuerzo para prevenir el entrada de esta enfermedad aquí na diaton syudad. To ensure that we remain COVID-free, we created the Interagency Task Force COVID-19 in the city of Zamboanga. Following a series of meetings and deliberations, the task force declared the cancellation of all events and mass gatherings, both public and private. This include movie screenings, concerts, sporting events, and other entertainment activities, community assemblies, and non-essential work-related gatherings. Everyone is vulnerable to the virus, that even gatherings in our places of worship are discouraged for the time being. We urge everyone to make the supreme sacrifice of refraining from converging in places of worship and to observe social distancing of at least 1 meter apart. The Archdiocese of Zamboanga, Christian denominations, including our Muslim religious leaders, have issued their respective advisories and guidelines for religious gatherings. In the same manner, we are also canceling classes, graduation, and recognition rites and moving up ceremonies in all levels, both public and private, including madrasas. We are doing this to prevent and minimize the possible transmission of the coronavirus infection. We ask for your cooperation and understanding on these restrictions. We are also suspending all land, sea, and air transport to Zamboanga City effective tomorrow at 12 noon, including the maiden flight of the Philippine Airlines to and from Kota Kinabalu, and the suspension of the entry of vessels from Sandakan, Malaysia, to the city of Zamboanga. However, this suspension does not cover movement of goods and outgoing passenger trips. We urge our law enforcement agencies to strictly monitor and secure our borders to include the non-entry of non-conventional vessels from neighboring areas with confirmed COVID-19 cases except for cargos to allow the steady flow of goods and resources which are vital to the economy and the needs of our people. We appeal to those who have travel history, specifically for the past 14 days, from places with confirmed COVID-19 cases to cooperate with us and inform us especially if they develop signs and symptoms. El Ciudad de Zamboanga tiene bastante y suficiente supply de comida y comestibles base na inventario del DTI. Asegura también kami con el pueblo kay el mga establecimiento como el mga farmacia, tiangue y grocerías ay ase abierto para servir con todo con ustedes. No hay necesidad para man-panic buying. We warn those who try to take advantage of the situation by hoarding or overpricing. We will penalize you because it is a criminal offense. We, however, assure the public that the city government of Zamboanga is taking extra steps to keep our people safe. We have doubled our efforts to safeguard our entry points and borders. Protocols are in place and screenings are implemented. We also instruct all barangay chairpersons and officials to activate our respective barangay health emergency response teams to coordinate with Task Force COVID-19, especially in enforcing home quarantines and for any eventuality. Help in contact tracing and containment. We have identified the Ateneo de Zamboanga University Lantaca campus as our designated isolation and management facility for COVID-19 patients. Its strategic location and the proximity to the Zamboanga City Medical Center and the City Health Office will facilitate the management of cases and speedy transfer of medical resources. The entire local health system, particularly our infectious disease specialists and hospital administrators, are working together to make Zamboanga City, our city, ready to face the medical challenge of COVID-19. We urge everyone to continue to observe our preventive measures, such as frequently washing our hands, avoid crowded places, maintain social distancing of at least 1 meter apart, observe proper hygiene, exercise, get enough sleep, eat right, and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Spitting in sidewalks and public places is prohibited. For those with travel history who have just arrived in the city of Zamboanga, we advise you to do home quarantine. Viste mask todo el hora y oportunidad especialmente si tiene otro mga uban na casa. Mantener diaton limpieza ng mga cosas que firmit agara y evita manjunto ng mga gente pronto mantapon como aquellos de edad, mga bata y mga gente bajo el immune system. We commend all our health workers and frontliners who are sacrificing their lives for the people of Zamboanga. We acknowledge all our partner government agencies in Task Force COVID-19, all our hospitals, medical facilities, our partners in the academe, civil society and organizations, the security and business sector, and all volunteers and friends from the media for all your hard work and the dedication as we face this new threat. Let
Cada día, lunes hasta sábado, te presentan con ustedes la radio y televisión, el programa del Ciudad de Zamboanga. Este es Dateline, Teleradyo, 3 horas cada día. Taman junto con ustedes, mga veterano y respetado anunciador y comentarista, que hay guía el discusión del día, la mga asunto que tiene a hacer con la ciudad y el mga vivientes aquí. Este es Dateline, Teleradyo. Aquí na GBPI TV11 y na 95.5 Magic FM. Noticias, entrevistas y mga reports junto con el de aton mga compañeros y compañeras afuera. Este es Dateline, Teleradyo. Queda informado, sabe el más reciente noticias, el mga suceso que ta ocurrí aquí na de aton ciudad y na mga cercano lugar. Todos te aquí na Dateline, Teleradyo.
Buenas tardes, buenas tardes, buenas tardes. Este el Dateline Teleradyo Enhanced Edition. Mga bisinos, takiyatamen, yo, si Mailam Sid, junto conmigo, si Kuya Chris.
Yes, hello mga bisinos, no? Manjunto también este tiempo. Como gani habla kita enante pati del viernes. Ya promete biraki ka natin. Siguro whole week, si pwede, manjunto ka natin si Attorney Kenneth Baldua para ma-explic ka gayot por medyo del mga kosa mga ta-implementaro datong gobyerno lokal, especially ese quarantine pass kay manadagat mga pregunta, although ben klaro man na guidelines sa salil datong local government, pero para mas pwede kita entender buenamente, takika natin junto el bien buen attorney del ciudad, si Attorney Kenneth Baldua.
Buenas tardes con el diaton con poblanos zamboangueños y también con Sir Mile y Chair Chris y todo quien tauwi con el itamira con el programa del Dateline Teleradyo. Este el diaton ika-3 appearance aquí, no, desde ya dali kita el anuncio acerca del issuance del quarantine passes y como siempre, aquí siempre kita para darle información con el diaton mga vivientes acerca de la implementación de este nuevo reglamento.
Okay, si Attorney Kenneth, bien famoso aura kay elegat el tan spearhead, no, con el inisyatibo, or at least ta soporta con el inisyatibo del mga diaton konsehales y diaton vice mayor alina city council. If you remember mga bisinos, el diaton enhanced community quarantine aura, bien tan stressful mga gente aquí, no? Kasi you have to remember, we are already on our 5th and we're on a go to our 6th month, no? And hopefully by next week, sir, kaya terminal April 30. So bien ano yung mga pasensya del mga gente aura. Pero el tiempo para pwede kita man huntu-huntu yatamen, no? Para man ayudahan. Itaki si Attorney Ken, kay siyempre, today is Monday, tomorrow is Tuesday, Wednesday, beginning ang implementation di atong color-coded scheme. Kuya Chris, baka pwede to dali dito yung first salvo for the show ara di aton.
Well, el manadagat ko sa ta pregunta kaya explica. Baka pwede kita man flash side by side con el cara di Attorney Baldua. Akel mga slides di ato, no? From 1 to 14, I believe there are 14 slides and there are 15 numbers per slide para pwede kita explica klaro na palabra mismo del aton spokesperson for this particular implementation. El cosa sa mga mandato, si cosa sa quarantine pass, y también si pwede ba kung man reproduce kay manadagat sabi ito mga enterprising Zamboangueños, Attorney Kenneth, pwede tablasin, pwede na man scan sa kita, man mas reproduce sa kita. So mas pwede na sabi kita na gente kintan practice law. Pero para umenta lang, Dr. Mal, no? Ito si Sir Kenneth, estaba ka na long line of public servants.
Ang sina ba?
Si Lolo antes, amol famoso también de aton konsehal del Ciudad de Zamboanga, si Papa, como fiscal también antes, ahora ele también ta sirvi na de aton local government. So, in his bloodline, tabla kita, no, na di siya mismo Ben at Akore.
Mga public
servants kasi sila Attorney Baldua.
Naman to abla, politiko. Abla to public servants.
Precisely.
Man object kasi si Attorney Kenneth, kay kaya le public servant gayon. Diba? Public servant with a flavor. Okay. Kuya Chris, dito yung first salvo.
Okay. Bay, pwede kita ka po na Bay on screen. Si, first ka diatun, ko sakat si quarantine pass, Attorney Kenneth.
Este quarantine pass di ato, no? This is a mechanism that is intended to lessen the number of residents going around the streets of our city. If you notice, when we declared an enhanced community quarantine, as early as I think that was going to the 3rd week of March, bien mucho syempre di aton magahente, no? Although the first few days of the implementation, may kita tanto gente na kamino, but right after a few days, bien mucho syempre gente na kamino. And it was very difficult for our police, our military personnel to validate the purpose of the people going out the streets because there was no mechanism, no? Pronto lang to abla, tasaliyo apuera, kaya andayo compra comida. No hay mas manera para limita ko ng numero ng mga gente alina kamino. I sabi man kita, it bears stressing out, nisita kita seman emphasize, que este enfermedad gani kita imprenta aral entero mundo, no hay pa este cura. I tabla el diaton maga experto que el primer manera para el infection puede sacar un gente amo gane que el human contact si tiene tu kung quien puede man-meet na camino, no, puede tu atraca agarato kunele amo se el bien efectivo manera para tiene para tiene infection na man spread kun el diaton infection. Por eso, el diaton is man-implement kita el mga requirements gane, especially el social distancing, el wearing of face mask. El diaton yagat ultimo recourse aura, amo yagat still implementasyon del quarantine pass. Donde talimita kita el numero del mga gente que puede sale afuera. Kilaya man, no? Sabi man kita, mucho con ustedes ara na de ustedes kada ikualan barangay, ya recibía con este diaton quarantine pass. Otra vez, este tiempo, no makita man consider con ese mga colores del diaton maga quarantine pass que tiene ustedes ara. El diaton lang ko sa kita man determine amo el letra A y letra B.
Okay. So, Attorney Kenneth, ko sa legal basis del issuance del quarantine pass?
Si el legal basis del diaton quarantine pass, although los demás mga local government units na otro parte del diaton nasyon, yakabaya se man issue kung dila quarantine pass which is color-coded even without an ordinance, no? But in the city of Zamboanga, we have enacted recently ordinance number 532 and in that ordinance, it authorized the mayor to determine mechanisms that would lessen the number of people in our streets. So that is a way whereby we issue quarantine passes and this will limit the movement of our residents to a certain number of days only.
All right. So speaking of days, el quarantine pass and A, next slide yatun, Bay. Tabla, kailos mga na A ay pwede lang attorney Mondays, Wednesday and Friday. Or Lunes, Miyerkules, pati Biyernes.
Sí.
Después,
el quarantine pass B will be authorized to leave on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And the most important part of this implementation, we have to remember that no quarantine pass will be honored on Sundays except for medical emergencies, no? So, say, por ejemplo, Domingo, as what we usually do, we should just stay at home. But of course, we cannot foresee that there will be medical emergencies involving members of our families. God forbid, that's the only time that you can leave your residences. And we still observe the curfew hours. So even if you are a quarantine pass holder, hindi to pwede masali lampas alas 9 del noche.
that's Sir Kenneth. Entonces, el mga tienda na Domingo cerrado.
Sí, el diaton rule también, el mga all establishments, offices, and entities, even those, of course, all of these are selling essential commodities, they are closed on Sundays for the purpose of general cleaning and disinfectation.
Okay.
Now, the exception there is food manufacturing companies such as sardines factories and those industries that are related to food production such as ice plants and other mga similar situated industries. The reason for this exception is because we are adhering to the national policy of ensuring ample and stable food supply.
Okay. So, question, Sir Kenneth. A, Lunes, pwede. Miyerkules y Biyernes. Pwede sila sali afuera. Sili ka Martes, Huwebes, pati Sabado.
They should not be allowed already.
Outside where? Barangay or outside of their
Outside
homes?
of their homes.
So entonces, el día tun clearance sa quarantine pass, hasta na casa lang afuera.
As early as na casa.
Sí.
Debe hindi ito sali.
Okay, so entonces pasado na letra A, talyato na letra B, and el día allowed sali is letra A, debe entonces adentro casa lang gayot.
Sabi to, este gan reglamento di ato no ba strict home quarantine, ben mucho gan este violators, specialmente na maga-eskinita na di aton barangay. Kay as sabi man kita no, como un komunidad yan anadya kita si may kita ko sa taas tali lang kita apuera sin kamisa paghanelo demas no tahuga kosa tamantomahan ansina. This is really a violation of the home quarantine because the idea is for you to really stay at home and avoid socializing, avoid talking to your neighbors, being proximate physically to your neighbors, so that we can stop the spread of the disease, no? Por eso, they should really be staying at home and there is no reason for them to go out unless they will access essential commodities. And we remind our fellow Zamboangueños that the purpose of the quarantine pass is for you to be able to get your food, to buy your food and medicines and other essential commodities.
No, Sir Kenneth, tiene kita pregunta el question, si el barangay ba daw, tiene both letra or un letra lang kada uno barangay?
Un letra lang, un color lang kada barangay.
So entonces, si el letra na un barangay, habla kita no barangay, kung saan kita pwede habla barangay? Example lang, barangay Pasunangka.
Sí.
So, si el letra del barangay, Calarian.
Calarian, di Consejal Charlie Mariano.
So, letra A, L, el sari-sari store balya ko nila, pwede lang abdi tamen na Encina Tiempo, el lunes, miyerkules, pati biyernes. Hindi sila pwede abri Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday because LDILA quarantine pass is only for A.
That's a very good question, Chairman Chris. This was brought out during our meeting, no? Kaya sila, for example, na Barangay Calarian, letter A, Monday, Wednesday, Friday lang ang mga gente pwede sali.
Si.
So, porque man abre tienda, el Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Kaya naman kita mga sari-sari stores and these are considered as selling essential commodities. Kaya mga kumida man siya, no? El answer ali, pwede syempre sila abre.
Okay.
Kay entraw sila na exemption. And besides, tiyan kita mga residente, kita kedali na barangay de Calarian, mga frontliners or entraw sila na exemption, sinisita sila kompra mga comestibles, baka nisita sila sa kompra alya mismo na dila barangay. So, para kada hindi tamang inconvenient yagat kada kanila, they will still be allowed to open. We have to distinguish this, no? SL letters di aton dal mga quarantine passes, these are intended for our residents to be able to access food and medicine. The exemption given to essential commodities is different. So they will still continue to enjoy the exemption being given. And I just would like to add, akal na Sundays no abla kita exemption alya, akal mga food producing companies, entraw tamen na exemption el mga pharmacies. Pharmacies may continue to operate, that is the language of the executive order, they may continue to operate, however, for the sole purpose of dispensing medicines.
Okay.
So si Chena sila convenience stores attached, they cannot operate that. Only the pharmacy.
Question. Akil ba na Sunday, biral akil no? Kaya blema kita. A, pati el B. Antes kita mo, Beno, Attorney Kenneth. El Sunday, pakilaya akil mga caregivers na Chena manali everyday tabolbe. So pwede siyempre sila sali?
Caregivers under the guidelines of the Department of Interior and Local Government, which we followed in our executive order, are covered by the exemption.
Okay.
And they can, because they are vital care providers, So they are given consideration.
Alright. Al next slide di atun. Onda pwede saka kung ese quarantine pass.
Sí. Este quarantine pass, quería repetir otra vez, él está producido con este y acaba de ganar todo producir el gobierno local de la ciudad de Zamboanga. Libre este, no hay cosa paga ustedes. Este mga quarantine pass, este mga tiempo, y acaba este distribuir na kada ikualan barangay. Todo barangay de ciudad de Zamboanga ya recibía el diila kada ikualan quarantine pass. Y mucho del diaton mga barangay, desde ayer pa, ya prinsipya ya distribuhi. Mucho gani kita mga pregunta, no? Taman lingasa, los demás del diaton mga residentes. Hablo sila, na diamon vecinos, ya recibía con el dila quarantine pass, kami no hay pa. No ustedes man lingasa. Kaya el diaton aseguramiento con el diaton vivientes del ciudad, hindi kita implementa con el diaton orden de quarantine pass si hindi todo mga residensya ya recibía el dila quarantine pass. So, así kita largo el diaton pasensya, specialmente con el diaton mga residentes na mga grande barangay, como gane ese mga grande populasyon, como Santa Maria, El Tetuano. Both of these are very large barangays, so it will take time for our barangay officials to cover all their constituents. We're expecting them to finish by Wednesday morning.
Alright. So, el next slide di aton, el slide, shout out da anay kung dito yung mga estudyante. Kenta mira kung tigo aura, Attorney Kenneth, no? Of course, si Miss Dana Carnacete, siya na pregunta. Al pregunta di suyo, paano daw po yung kapitbahay na stay out helper? Di na rin siya pwede pumunta everyday.
See, just a friendly and a respectful reminder to our fellow Zamboangueños. Este mga tiempo, these are not really ordinary times, no? So, siyan anad kita antes, tiene ka natin kienta anda limpia, tiene ka natin kienta anda kusi, todo el día. Este mga tiempo, limitaw gayot el movimiento del mga gente na syudad. So, si El Disuyo, actualmente gane si Ablabla lang tu, hindi le covered na exemption. Kaya mas kinal dito ustedes ayudante, tiene le quarantine pass, that quarantine pass should be used only to to access basic commodities, not to report to work because hindi sila covered na exception.
Alright. So, next slide natin, slide number 4. It showed natin slide. Taablaki. Pwede man din yung slide tamin.
Can I have 2 quarantine
That's right.
passes?
Yeah, the answer, of course, as shown on the screen is no, because there can only be 1 quarantine pass per family or household. So, abungan ka discussed earlier, this definition of a household, el definition de ese, el mga miembro de un familia, quien ta come junto, no? Ta preparar di la comida junto. So, tiene nga ese confusion kay tiene daw diaton mga vivientes sabla na porque na un casa, mucho kami familia, pero uno lang kanamo niya dali. So, this is a matter of strategy. Premier round pa lang senuya dali diaton mga oficiales para asigura lang kay nuay casa na dila barangay ay keda nuay quarantine pass.
So, wala ka dito yung ehemplo, Attorney Ken, akalabla to, na un casa, ta prepara sila dila comida junto, pero 2 mujer lechene. So, cuánto pass tu dale con esos? Uno lang el tata, of course, pero 2 el mujer.
So, 2 mujer.
Siyempre, chenale wife number 1, chenale wife number 2. Cuánto bilog pass ese recibe, Attorney? Contesta 2.
Mucho nga na mga possible questions, no? Depende siguro, sir, na ke model dila manera
Pwede to, Attorney Chenensina, based on the Sharia law.
Sí, of course, we recognize that right.
Nakatapin sa ustedes si Attorney Ken Tangwachi. Hindi si Tangwachi si Attorney. Na Sharia law, ta pwede to chene dos wives.
No, we recognize the rights of our Muslim brothers to have several spouses. So, in that case, siguro, sir, it depends on the preparation. Si habla to el preparation dila aparte, no? Si hindi man el marido el ta compra para kanila, then they will have to have separate quarantine passes. Pero si habla tu el marido solamente amo ta sale afuera kay él sabe maneja, debe uno ya lang kunila dali.
Okay.
So, sir, I would like to point out also that we have given ample latitude of discretion to our barangay officials. We have even reminded them as the local chief executives of their respective barangays, they have to exercise their discretion wisely.
Okay, attorney, for a while lang to ha. Kasi ko sa tabla si Attorney Ken, mga bisinos, si Chen naman question the confusion, no? Or tasintitu na como hindi to believe na answer the Attorney Ken Aura, el quien gat se puede decidir el barangay kapitan. So, si por ejemplo, tiene tu kondisyon na hindi ta pwede man-answer el latest di ato na sanggunian ordinance, no? You have to go to the barangay captain because el man resolve con el confusion si por ejemplo, necesita ba tu tiene 1, necesita ba tu tiene 2. Hindi ba, Attorney Ken, ansi na tuta abla?
Kaya lang yung asa klaro, sir, no? During our meeting with our barangay officials, we have issued guidelines. Like for example, si COSA mga restriction on the use of quarantine passes, like COSABEL distribution DSE. And our instruction really was per household. However, as a matter of strategy, as I stated earlier, dali-anay sila uno kada kasa. Aura, siya ng mga successfully, like for example, siya ng mga borders, siya ng mga kentarkela, several doors, mucho sila. So, el numero ya dali kita na diaton mga barangay is somewhat limited because yan base kita sa na census. Pero sa tabla kita po ng mga barangay officials to exercise their call, still following our general guidelines. And we encourage our residents of the city to give us good feedback of what's happening on the ground. Because as I've stated in my personal opinion galing tablayo, este diaton executive order, even the ordinance passed by your city council could not have possibly contemplated each and every situation that we are in right now. And,
attorney,
yes.
Ben bonito dito yung Ingles, mira to na chabacano gayon.
Sí. Como tabla gani kita, no, el de ustedes Consejo del Ciudad, hindi gayot posible na pwede kami pensar todo, kada uno sitwasyon que tali kita aura, no? Si cosa el peculiar sitwasyon na talitu. Por eso que tabla gani kita, as we go along in the implementation of this ordinance, tiyan kita room for flexibility. Although, akil mga klaro ya gayot provisiones del orden ejecutivo del diaton alcalde, si pwede, sige agad kita kel, kaya nuay masyaman room for interpretation, but only for its strict implementation.
Okay, so klaro sa mga bisinos. Ya uwi ustedes ha, kun Attorney Ken. Si tiene man confusion, necesita to flexibility kung sa quarantine pass, numa to buscar casa di Attorney Ken. Kaya most likely nuay sila alya, kaya onde sa nakabaanda. Anda to na barangay kapitan dituyo, kay el barangay kapitan LDCD si aprobable dituyo request o hindi. Klaro sa mga bisino.
At sa tunay pagani kita un ora o 465 text ay entra este ora para lang pregunta gat good afternoon, good afternoon to all viewers. Sirs, tanong ko lang po, guardia or security po ako. Alam natin all agent securities are exempted according to city ordinance. Paano kung hindi ako on duty? Pagkatapos may bibilhin po ako sa palengke. Ano po ang pwede kong gawin?
Kailangan nyo po gamitin yung quarantine pass na binigay sa inyo. Kasi kahit na exempted po kayo, bibigyan pa rin po kayo ng quarantine pass. Halimbawa, ako ay isang kawani ng pamahalaan, kahit na exempted po ako, sa bahay namin, bibigyan pa po kami ng quarantine pass.
Alright. So, next slide di aton, slide number 3 di aton. Pakilaya daw, Sir Kenneth, all the contested ito ben klaro kayo. Si dos or mas pa pamilya, tiene na un casa.
So, to reiterate, no, hindi naman kita takansa sa contest na, kaya mas bueno ito, klaro yan kayo.
Actually, Attorney Ken, kansaw ito sa contesta, si Abla lang gayot. Pero ripiti ka si Kuya Chris kung na question.
Abo gani, pero sabi to, si bar example, perfect at ito sa Attorney Ken.
Oo. Si Abla pa si non-examination, yadali akong tigo bonus question, no? So, 2 beses siya. Okay, Attorney Ken.
So, otra vez, no, el objeto del diaton na orden ejecutivo que firma el diaton alcalde para dali quarantine pass na kada familia takina di aton syudad. Kaya amo gat sa el objeto no para dali kita quarantine pass para este mga familia tiene el manera de comprar comida, medicina y otro pa mga comestibles necesita na casa. Pero ta-realiza también kita, no? Kay el diaton mga barangay, no hay sa sila konkreto lista del mga numero de familia que tiene ara na dila kada ikwalan barangay. Talipas sa sila ara na ground tan distribute el con todo pronto manera para saber tú si cuánto gente tiene y es el número del mga casa. Kaya ta pwede tumira con el casa, hindi ba? Si dala tu na todo casa na dito yung barangay, el primera vez uno kada casa, asigurado tu kay no hay grupo de gente, hindi pwede sali. So, este cosa ya hace ara el barangay, junto ka natin, junto ka na la opisina del alcalde, is a matter of strategy. Kay siya man una kita dale todo, like for example, ablato kami ki 5 familia, ya kabaya se dale si kap todo 5, iya palta legal ya na mga otro caserías. Al legar Huwebes, hindi pa kita pwede implementa con este diato nuevo reglamento. Por eso, yaman una anay kita, 1 quarantine pass kada casa, y después, como ya pasaron sila con ese mga casa, sabe sila si cuánto pamilya tiene ya, pwede sila bira después.
Okay, Sir Kenneth, can another person use the quarantine pass? Pwede ba otro gente usa con el quarantine pass? Kay klaro kailan natin, Ma'am Bay, pwede taman usa otro sa kaldi di Consel Charlie Mariano. So, dos nombre cheneli, sir.
Sí.
Pakilaya, sir.
Kasali sa el na nombre de antes Consel Charlie Mariano, amo el principal card holder.
Okay.
Sina credit card pa sa nuche, naman si kitaan sina no, principal. Ele el gente gayot pwede sali. Pero syempre, tiene mga dia, baka abla kita malo ta sinti, si Sir Charlie, no? Or tantamad de sale, pwede eleman designate, yan po niya gani el nombre del alternate, el di su esposa si Ma'am Emilu. So, it's either sale si Konsehal Charlie, or si hindi le pwede, sale si Ma'am Emilu.
Siya na kita pregunta namin aquí, Attorney Ken, tabla, pwede po bang maging alternate ng student or 13 to 18 years old?
Okay. Hindi po pwede dahil ang reason po is meron po tayong 24/7 curfew sa mga minors.
So, the 18 years old, pwede.
So, na 18 years old, at least 18 years old.
Oo. Pero yung
Regardless kung student ka po, whether you're still a student or you're working, for as long as you're at least 18 years of age, you can qualify to be an alternate card holder.
So 17 and below, minor ya si attorney.
Si, mas kinabla kita, meses ya lang, kabarman 18 niya le, minor siya syempre, baho na ojos del diaton ley.
okay. Sir, attorney, akil siyempre, no? So, dos pwede na nombre del unpas, pero importante, taliba sila ko sa attorney. Si presenta sila el pass.
Si talyeba sila, otra vez, no, tablangan kita, hindi pwede man junto sale el principal card holder y el alternate. Pero tumura dos seres na. Ya habla si Mayor, dos gali pwede muntara na auto. So, dos man kami, el principal pati el alternate. Andaw seres na checkpoint. O, taki, iyo el principal, el alternate, hindi se pwede. Uno lang gayot, el pwede sale afuera. Kaya si kita, se klaro, no? Ansina. So, si ta sale to afuera, necesita, tiene tu talyeba ID. So, bira kita ya con el quarantine pass ni Sir Charlie. So, si Sir Charlie, el sale, necesita taliba le di su ID, tiene nombre Charlie Mariano. Cosa man ste ID, hindi ste pwede KCC card, bonus card. Dapat ID ste taman issue el diaton gobyerno. Comelec ID, el voters ID diaton, driver's license, SSS, GSIS, postal ID, y otro pa magarekognisaw identification cards. Si Ma'am Emilu tamen sale, necesito tamen talyeba ID, tiene nombre de siyo Emilu Mariano. Amo sa el manera para pwede sabi el diaton policía, el militar, que ito amo el valid holder or alternate del un quarantine pass.
Alright, very good. Klaro yung sa mga bibiyentes, ha?
Siya na question tamen, Attorney Ken, bonito este question. Tablale, pwede po ba ang quarantine pass gamitin magkuha ng sahod ngayon, parating na sahod o kaperahan?
Of course, kasi paano po tayo na kailangan natin kumuha ng sahod para tayo ay makabili ng pagkain. So, pwede po.
Pwede.
Okay, very good.
Okay, tiene kita caller enante. I'm sure pwede to stay. What if all occupants of the house are senior citizens? Si todo raw takeda na casa senior citizen ay dale ba kunila quarantine pass. At the same time, pwede ba senior citizen anda gane kompra medisina kay hindi man daw dale gane na senior citizen quarantine pass. So, those classical.
Reglamento di ato, no? General rule is senior citizens are subject to a 24/7 curfew. However, if they live alone or if they are a couple and both are seniors, they will have to be given a quarantine pass in order for them to access LDATO na food and medicines. So, so si taanda kita na parmasya, we should already be informing our pharmacies now that they should honor the purchases even without the senior citizens present. We have to enforce that as a matter of policy so that our senior citizens will no longer be subjected to the process of leaving their residences.
Kaya mo daw klaro, concern gani, quarantine pass pwede laman issue na hindi senior citizen.
Si.
Pero sinway otro gente na casa, ele lang solo or do sila senior citizen,
Pwede kanila dali.
issue siya. Pero sige na rin sila na checkpoint, sir. Kabar PD nila ID, mira, uy, senior citizen man
Si
to.
informes sa kita ng mga na diaton mag-check, diaton ground commanders, no? In fact, we have instructed the printing of 70 tarpaulins to be installed in our 70 checkpoints in the entire city. And we will make sure that the implementation of this policy that the mayor issued will be uniform to avoid inconvenience on the part of our public.
All right.
Attorney Ken, siya yung pregunta regarding budget support di ato na COVID program di ato na aura, no? Pwede ba kita usa ko na di ato budget na outlay? Are we already using it?
The different departments under the city government are now coming up with their respective mga purchase requests, no? Diyan naman sa kita proseso ta sige under our procurement law, and anytime soon our relief supplies will be arriving in the city.
Okay. Siyempre, Attorney Ken, manada mga sa pregunta, bonito kay Takito, no? Kasi tapensa sila, chene ko sa mga milagro tan happen alin ng mga purchases. Pero, sabi yung Attorney Ken, todo purchase ng gobyerno, pasagat sa nakuha, hindi ba, Attorney Ken?
Si, agad kita mga reglamento, no? Por eso gani, taapela kita, specialmente, no? Si abla kita akal mga alegasyon, ke hindi man suportaw de mga facts, but are just pure products of malice. We appeal to them. This is not the time to impute malice on the actuations of your government. We understand that we are in a democracy, but what you can do maybe is to really help us find ways to be more efficient in our response, especially on the relief aspect. Taentende kita, mucho gani gayot abla kita mga pidimiento, abajo na diaton mga komunidad, mucho gani no hay trabajo este mga tiempo. Pero sabi kita también, hindi man kita preparado que sucede este. Sabi ustedes, el gobierno local, ven mucho mga proyekto ya discontinua para pwede kita dale el suficiente fondo para compra el mga comestibles que necesita el diaton mga vivientes aquí na syudad. So, siguro kita, no, chene kita mga proseso, sige kita na lay, el diaton alkalde, sige gayot na lay, no, el diaton commission on audit, tali, bisya kanaton, si chene man sila pregunta, pwede sila man direct al dila mga concerns na diaton hotlines, pwede kita kanila mandaman witness todo sa mga proseso de comprada de mga goods ke chene el city government.
Okay.
Sir, como daw, number 8, no? Como daw dito yung mga estudyante, si Kim, pati si Edric. What about borders daw? Okay, mga room for rent lang. Will they also be given quarantine passes?
The question of whether or not they will be given quarantine passes will be answered by a yes, of course. But as to whether each of them in the rest sa mga compounds di ila will receive one quarantine pass each, that will remain to be seen. Kay no sabi kita si Quanto Bilog Pachene after distributing to the different houses. No, okay? So, what the barangay will ensure is that these borders will have a way. Like for example, siguro, no, si nauno building, tiene 40 dormers or borders, siguro they can be grouped into several persons and they will be given a quarantine pass. It will be very impractical if all of them will be given each. Akabar uno-uno lang man sila. So, amo kilal di ato na that is our instruction to our barangays.
Sabi tu chene ki ben bonito kat question, iyo mismo takere kat question di suyo. Chene tamen yung kontestasyon, itapilit tamen yung haldim yung mga amigo aki, si Kuya Ken, pati si Kuya Chris, contesta tamen ustedes con este, no? Ablaki, pretendea lang daw kat sila, tianggero y tianggera para no hay daw quarantine pass. Well, Aldimio,
Kung sa tianggero-tianggera.
na
Tabende sila na
tabende sila mga comestibles, no? Na well, kumigo no mas problema si kere to kada tianggero y tianggera para ina to man quarantine pass. Pero mga bisinos, manda ka tumira ko ng mga pulis di ato na tiene ka to track de gulusinas para pwede lang ka to pasan no hay quarantine pass. Kaya no pwede man tamen ka to abla lang na tianggero y tianggera to sino ay tamen to mga untrack de gulay ta karga, hindi ba, Attorney Ken?
Sabi to no, este klase de kita behavior is something that is very disappointing, no? Because si habla to, este cosa kita taas sa aura, no? This is intended for you. Contigo sa texter, this is for your benefit. Siguro si perde dito yung trabaho este dia, por causa kaya ECQ kita. Por eso gani kita ta-implementa kita con este, para pwede atubira na dito yung trabaho. So si ito mismo, no kere man to koopera, kere to pretende como tianggero y tianggera, ali ang problema. Por eso hindi kita ta pwede ase mas korto kung aldiaton ECQ. Ito ya mismo ya dale mira aura, kay chenegat kita mga gente ansina, que no quiere koopera con aldiaton gobyerno, y quiere ase mas largo con el periodo del diaton ECQ. Siyang kwento yaman si Sir Mal, no? So, ang mga reglamentos kung ang mga tianggero, yung mga bentera y bentero del mga gulay, yung mga peskaw. Hindi basta-basta, no? Usa tamin kita diaton pensamiento, mas kinto kimodo, el diaton mga bentero y bentera, nesesita sila saka sertifikasyon del diila mga kadaikwalan barangay, kay sila tabende kung ang mga gulay y el mga peskaw. Y también el diaton mga tianggero, el mga tianggera, necesita sila presenta con el dila permiso de negosyo o el que tal llama kita business permit. So, amose, no? Hindi kita basta-basta. El diaton police, they have been instructed si cosa pidi dokumento con el diaton mga bentero, bentera, el mga pescador, el mga siembrador, y el mga tianggero y tianggera.
Okay.
Cool. Si kumigo to pregunta, sali ka tiyo, sir, insultaw.
Porque man,
Si iyo tianggero-tianggera. Kaya pensa to, well, decente din ni trabaho para vende pescao, vende comestibles na pueblo, para sirvi ng mga gente. Kabarche lang otro gente, usa man tampa-tampa, tianggero-tianggera, para pwede lang manlusot. So, ese, hindi se debe ase.
okay, Attorney Ken, chene pakiaki tapidi ka natin como poko legal advice, no? Hindi ka este kono konektaw na pero nisisita, I think pwede to teman answer maskin pakimodo. Abla pala Attorney Ken, katrabaho atas na employment agency, abla pala good PM Teleradyo. Chene lang yung pregunta, entro ba kami na hazard pay, i-double pay? Street sweeper kami under the agency Mount Pulong Batu Agency. Thanks.
El diaton na presidente man issue ko ng executive order granting hazard pay not exceeding 500 pesos for per day, no, to all employees of the national government and the local government units, subject to the financial capability of the LGUs. So in the private sector, it will now depend on their employers because the president cannot really impose, exercising his executive powers, cannot really impose the imposition of additional pay. Only Congress, by virtue of a law, can mandate employers to give such additional pay.
Okay, so, Attorney Guapo, okay lang manhunto sale, man kompra, el person with QP, quarantine pass, and person akil taanda trabaha na mga cargo services or frontline services.
Okay, we would like to emphasize that the exemption given under the executive order is intended for you to be able to report to work. Okay? Asa kita sa Chabacano. Ese exemption, yadale ko na diaton mga frontliners, essential workers, y también el mga empleyado del gobierno, nacional y local, yadale se con ustedes para report a ustedes na trabaho. Hindi para anda man compre, no? So, tan-discourage kayo kita. And the rule really is that we have to strictly follow. Hindi debe usa ko na sa exemption unilaterally without any basis. Like for example, usayo din yung exemption as a city government worker because I'm going to report to my office or I'm going to perform official functions, not because I'm going to access essential commodities.
Okay. So, Chenekyo, si anda ba daw sila man kompre na mga establishmento, nisita ba representa tamen el quarantine pass para pwede manda ko nila entra?
Tayo na diato yung mga establishmento de commercio. No? Tiyan nga ng mga establishments in other places, they required the presentation of these quarantine passes in the entrance of their establishments. But of course, kumutabla kita, este sitwasyon diato is very fluid. If there is a need for the city to really impose that requirement to the establishments, then the city can impose that requirement. But in the meantime, we appeal that only those with quarantine passes should leave their premises.
So, Cheneki next. Good afternoon, sirs. This is Mrs. Encarnacion Gonzalez. I am from Barangay Tetuan. Tablale, the barangay has not systematically been able to distribute the quarantine. Siguro may pa si ma'am receive this quarantine pass. When can she get her quarantine pass?
Yes, ma'am, we beg for your understanding, no? I understand that since this is the first time ever that we implemented this kind of scheme, even our barangays are having a difficulty of identifying the recipients of our Q passes. So, of course, we still have 2 days. That's tomorrow and Wednesday. Expect that they will receive their quarantine passes. And again, we assure our people of the city of Zamboanga that we will only enforce this executive order once all of the residents have received all of the households have received their quarantine passes.
Okay. So next, el question diaton nakikitara na numero 10. I am a frontliner worker. Do I still need to get a quarantine pass? Am I exempted from using the quarantine pass?
Yes, we have emphasized this that si ito un essential worker, no? Or frontliner. Tali na mga drawing, sigat kita mas pronto para con ustedes. El uno, el medical services. Then you have funeral services. Entraw ani el mga trabajador del diaton mga funeraria. Y también del diaton mga cementerio. El ika-3, el emergency responders, tali el diaton disaster risk reduction management personnel, el mga bombero, el diaton mga sektor de seguridad, el police, el militar, el essential goods. Kuso ba el essential goods? Kaya this year, necesita to con este mga goods or mga comestibles para bibi. Kuso man se, comida, agua, el diaton na mga medisina, no? So these are the essential goods. And all of these are considered as nakita frontliners, essential workers for the purpose of going to their respective workstations. Like iyo, ta kusiyo, no? Ta cheniyo restaurant. Si ando niya, nisita lang yung presenta din niyo ID, el din niyo certificate of employment or yung business permit, no? Pero sa tabla kita, for business owners, para mas pronto kung ustedes man identify, present your ID and then your business permit and your certificate of employment. Kasi mucho kita ara mga uban, no? Kay sila, delivery, food delivery, kay para hindi sali ang mga gente na di nila magkakasa. So, amo lang sa LDB prepara el de ustedes mga delivery personnel para no hay hassle el movimiento di ila.
So, ang mga drivers akil lang sila presenta.
Sí, akil prepara. Okay. Para pronto el movida.
Alright, so I think connected just in na question 11, no? Salta kita na question number 12. when will, siya, manada, quando daw kat kada effective attorney Conel quarantine? You mentioned it several times, pero repeat
it's
lang
okay.
kita.
Our requirement of quarantine passes will take effect based on our timeline on Thursday. Sinuway lang at problema ha. Tabla lang kita, no? Tiyan ng mga barangay ben grande kayo, tormento. Just compare, no? Like aki, onde kita arat, kita na barangay zone 3. Si man compare to na barangay di Cap Jun Julian, bien difícil kayo tapasunangka. His territory, hasta ginda na Muruk, Sir Kapato na Dulyan, and then aki to ginda na Luyahan, bien difícil, no? It's like a municipality by itself. So it will really take time. So amo nga katanapin kita, mga residente ng mga grande barangay, espera lang ustedes. We have faith in your barangay captains and your barangay officials that they will be able to deliver in time.
Penso to Sir Mile, hindi niyo gali barangay Pasunanga, un munisipyo ya, pwede gali kada mayor si Kapjun Julian.
Yung grande kayo Pasunanga, one of the most populous barangays also in the city of Zamboanga.
One of the most beautiful.
Ito kita, Tres, no?
Si.
Siya ng mga barangays ara, yan lift ya Conel quarantine, no? Yan lift ya ba ko na sinunog, Attorney Carl?
Tamin nga to a lockdown, no?
A lockdown?
See, I don't have the data of the areas.
What about El Tetuan?
El Tetuan, nakil na doon Alfaro.
Yan lift ya
Yan nakil, yan lift.
Pero el datong presidente, sir, no? Yung dali direktiba na mga barangay captain ara, pwede ya deklara dila own lockdown.
Sí.
Okay.
El presidente mismo ya deklara?
Sí, ya dali through the DILG, ya dali direktiba na mga barangay captain, sita-sinti sila. Duro po sugat ang mga barangay, di ila mga kumpuplanos na pwede sila impone dila own lockdown.
Okay, so el mga barangay diato na captains, siya niya po dahil. Sabagay, the smallest LGU mga barangay.
Para lang kita aklara, no? Ato mga resyentamente sucede mga lockdowns per causa kal siya ng mga konfirmao kaso positibo na dila kada ikwalan barangay, no? Pero yan mira gani kita as the time passed by, there was really no need to lock down an entire barangay. There was just a need to lock down a specific area very proximate to the residence of the one which was confirmed to be positive. So amokel. And in addition, we would just like to really remind our barangay captains, especially the punong barangays, that as the local chief executives of the respective barangays, they really have to exercise their powers under the General Welfare Clause. But of course, always with caution, because the higher local government unit, in the case of barangays, the city of Zamboanga, will always have that power of general supervision to ensure that all their actuations are within the powers given to them by the local government code.
So kung ang mga residente, mga bisinos di ato na tumaga, natatuan, na sinunok, no, hindi kita gracias ko na Diyos kay all clear ya ustedes from the lockdown, no? Ojalá continua gani sa sitwasyon na tetuan, na tumaga, na sinunok. Itamirayo, el kooperasyon del mga barangay ali, amo, grande ayuda taming ngayon. Hindi ba, Attorney Ken, Kuya Chris, no?
Yes.
Sí, el proactive measures kita man implement al barangay in collaboration with the efforts of the city will really shorten this period of ECQ. Mucho gani kita mga barangay, Sir Mailamira, ben epektibo dila implementasyon. El partisipasyon nila di ating mga punong barangay, no, como mga hepe ehekutibo deste mga lugar, bien crucial gayod kay sila el talina ground.
Sabi po, no, na Manila, chenical video tan kalayat ara, kay mahilig mga tumayan na instant ba, attorney, pati Sir Mile, na once chene sila tasinti sila reklama sila yung post sila dahil na Facebook. Na Manila, chene blakita residente de un barangay, ya reklama nila kung may risko, kaya di si barangay kapitan daw, na ito ko nila dali food pack. So barangay captain yan res baki andal yang kun mismo kun el kinente abri dito yung aparador asa to sali ko sa laman dito yung aparador ko dahil sa sali resibilet twice food packs taba na barangay kabarin na lang sa idina Sir Mile maling pati pa mga carne norte is hotdog chene kopya si Mambe del aquel video no na onde gane yaman double kapitan o dali gane ko porque to tablan may to ko ya resibi kabar apparently kay in daw gate si reklamato ng mga opisyal. The same as na syudad de Zamboanga, siya mga hente, mga reklamador lang ngayon.
Advantage lang at kuna sitwasyon, no? Kasi manada hente, aki na di atong pueblo, si abla-abla lang. honesto, no? Regular, tiene honor, no? Tiene kat gracias, pero nung pwede kat kita evita, tiene kat lang siyempre mga diaton mga bisinos, tan take advantage gayot ko na sitwasyon. Itamirayo, sita sintiman kita, 2 hours taui amoy ratse ben reklamador kabar dituyo gale kusina ben lieno gale food assistance na el Diyos siya lang at bahala kuntigo kay every time tan sugo to ko na sa kumida, no? Kumida sa de ayuda gayot, no? Pati kumigo chene pa yo ko sa kire man share tamen, no, as a group discussion. Number 1, siya mira kita el tumaga tatuan as sinunok yakabayaman lift lockdown di ila. Kaya tamira yun, mga hente di asus mga barangay, bien, tadali ka na dila kooperasyon ng mga otoridad. So tamira yun, si ansina el mga hente akina di atong syudad, tamira yun, mas una kita pwede ibita kung este disaster tan happen ara, hindi lang na di atong syudad, but in the entire world, no? So let us continue to show a lot of cooperation. Kay tamira gatyo, Sambuangenyo, tadalagat sabi sila di ila kooperasyon. Itamira yung mga Sambuangenyo, akina Zamboanga, no? Bien respetuoso, of course, tadalagat sila, tabridigat sila gracious with the protection of Our Lady of the Pilar, no?
Alright, so okay, Attorney Quereto, sir kaya kita napunta, no? Na-contest naman siya, kaya hindi na nisisita lang ID, government-issued ID, so sedula, hindi.
Hindi sila require sedula.
Pati hindi tabende kunal pass, pero related ko na sa akal ikapunta, no? Akal do we need to pay. Si pakilay do, Attorney, si Yaked Yarompe, Yaked, siguro ba siya agwa, or yan destroy, or lost na nila pass, kosa daw sila asset?
Well, the atom quarantine pass is this is made of a quite durable material, no? In fact, it has security features in it. So, as a matter of precaution, si pwede kudagat kita in buenamente con ese, si abla kita dura pa el di aton ECQ, and in the course of our ECQ, ya pwede perde, just report it to your barangay officials. And we will replace the lost quarantine pass. But of course, we have to examine if si kemodo ba circumstance siya pwede ko nesta. No kay tan-avoid nga nigat kita na sucede-sed. Guard it with your life.
Guard it with your life.
Further the quarantine pass.
Okay, correct.
Sir, cosa daw impone pena kung nila siya viola sila kung ese quarantine pass?
The aton requirement on quarantine pass is connected with provision under the city ordinance of strict home quarantine. And the violation of this strict home quarantine is penalized by imprisonment of 1 day to 1 month, or a fine of 1,000 to 5,000, or both, at the discretion of the court. So, tiyan naman sa administrative penalty, no? And pwede either ala kita na administrative or akil regular process of going to court.
Si kansaw ya to na kasa, solo-solo to, biola yalan to, kagida to na preso, tiyan na kumida na preso.
Tiyan naman yung opinion, o hala pwede kita tiyan na konversasyon aquí, no? Ese quarantine pass ustedes na recibe ahora mga vecinos, ese quarantine pass, hindi it's a government identification card, but it is not valid for any other transaction like in the banks. Okay? Asa lang yung sa klaro. Attorney, correct me if I am wrong, no? But kasi chinegat kita list of valid identification cards like SSS, company card, and sina, no? Please, kasi chinegat ta pregunta aki, kosa ba daw ese quarantine pass? Pwede ba daw sa sila usa para abri bank account? Hindi kita kunese pwede usa para man open bank account. Esos mga quarantine pass di aton para usa lang kunese para quarantine, para pwede to pa sa checkpoint. De verasan, government issued identification card tamen se. But that is,
it's not really an identification card.
It's an identification.
It's an access
card. Okay, asa klaro si attorney para pwede entende baka tiene kanila ay kay usagat sa sila ko na sa quarantine pass para man transact other government transactions.
Sí, el solamente objeto del un quarantine pass para puede tu salir na di tuyo casa y compra tu comestibles y medicina. No hay más otro. Aquí lang.
Sir, good PM Magasers, un empleyado yon na gobyerno. Exempted yon na quarantine pass. Pwede ba yung pasaanay andaman grocery na KCC?
Well, as I've stated earlier, no, el purpose gayon dito yung para da man avail el dito yung exemption is to report to work. Now, tayo man sa kuntigo, no, as a responsible citizen, especially if you're a government worker, si pasato na mga establishments, it is up to you, but the purpose why you are allowed to leave your premises without observing the quarantine number of days nga allowed na di atong quarantine passes is because you have a vital work to do in government or as a frontliner or as an essential worker. So we appeal to our fellow government workers to use this exemption with restraint and not to abuse this privilege.
Alright, so chinaki hindi si Sir Arnold para daw ayuda ko nakil tabla si Attorney Kenneth free shuttle services for hospital workers. Bay, baka pwede to stay bay man flash na screen. Kung nakilos mga mayores ali, tatay nana, pabor naman sa retrato ko na stay mismo na screen, no? SL, hotline del mga free shuttle services kaya Daniel City diatod. Kaya kumuha natin siya nakita caller Sir Kenneth, kapregunta gani gatle senior citizen na taliba kung so ana o kung so sobrino ba o sobrina na ospital, so baka pwede ro gani gayot pidi ayuda kay bawal senior citizen.
See, bawal gayot no, in as much as we understand the situation, but sabi to we need to stick with the intent of our executive order, and that is really to protect our senior citizens, our pregnant women, our minors, so that the risk of their infection will be none at all.
Cheneki uno text. Sir, pabor ka teste pregunta ben importante ka teste. Cuando daw ustedes man lift con el ECQ na city?
El contestasyon con ese pregunta ta esta na mano del kadaikwalan kanaton magasambuangueños. Kay sabe ustedes, el diaton maga eksperto mediko y el mga oficiales del diaton Oficina del Salud, no hay pagat sila da kita klaro prediksyon si cuando ba akaba el threat na diaton syudad. Conforme sa aura, tiene kita mga recoveries, pero tiene pa kita mga probables, no, ang mga suspected cases gali kay nuevo yung diaton classification. I depende pagat sa na mga sitwasyon ke lega si legal mga resulta del mga pending test, si cosa el rekomendasyon del diaton Oficina del Salud. El quiere lang kita sigura con el diaton mga compoblanos que el de ustedes alcalde y el los demás mga oficiales del ciudad ya hace este policía para na de ustedes protección, para mas queda corto el periodo del diaton ECQ.
Alright, so bottom line mga bibiyentes, it will all depend on diaton datos, si kosal kita data chene. As of now, may pagkita exactly exact data, the number of people contaminated with the infection. Chene lang kita, mga confirmed cases. Pero aquellos mga nuay pa man demonstrate or man manifest el mismo sintomas del COVID, nuay pakita sa numero este mga tiempo. So nasabi kita siya, tan flatten niya ba kita? Well, curve, Dr. Mal, chene ba to ideya siya national government dito? Pwede man mira si chene kita flattening of the curve?
Well, actually, si hablado na kat kumigo, kinasambuanga, sa mira to ko na statistics, ti suyo, ben flat di aton na graft, no? Di aton peak, may kita actually peak, no, in terms of number of COVID death. May ganun kita COVID death, hindi ba, Attorney Ken? No?
Sabi yung mga PUIs
kita PUIs, but in terms of confirmed COVID cases, we have number of confirmed COVID cases around 7, no? 7 or 6. And then COVID death, no? So, si abla-abla lang to statistically, then flat as Zamboanga City. For Manila, Tamira yun, ngay pa sila resibiga di ila peak kasi it's still in the hundreds no? And simira to notice to ko ng mga news ta sala from Manila, simira to ko ng mga news. Ngay pa sila man announce that di aton ko sa bakita kel ba ko sila katala sila taabahale consecutively for how many days. Ngay pakitaan sina pronouncement from the task force. That means the number of deaths in Metro Manila and the number of COVID confirmation either tan plateau pa lang no? Akal ba ko mo constantly, no? Channel rise, cover channel fall, but hindi less significant rise and fall. So it could be flat tamen LDE L graph, flat tamen, no? So si mira-mira lang gato sitwasyon aki na syudad, pati syudad na Manila, in terms of absolute numbers, it looks as if Manila and Zamboanga have a flat curve, kumbaga, no? Hindi gada ka subi exceedingly. Pero, as I said, as a statistician, as a researcher, myself, no, we do statistical research, hindi pa kita sa pwede abla na we are still out. Because pwede tabus ka gani el mga doktor, pati el mga planners di aton, si kwando gadle significantly taabahaya el numbers. And so far, el numbers di kanaton, hindi pa taabaha, no? So, pali pa kita, no? Hindi pa el presidente kasi tamirayo, por eso le quiere man extend kun hasta May. Kay he wants really a good numbers to come out. And I din di aton alcaldesa si Mayor Beng Climaco. Sabi yo taresagat sila mucho ko sa tapa sa aura. Itamirayo, if the numbers are right, baka Zamboanga, if God will allow it, Tamirayo Zamboanga will be in good hands, no? In the next couple of weeks. However, we have to cooperate with our civic leaders, di ating mga civil service leaders like si Attorney Ken. Kasi you have to understand, di ating mga leaders aura, ika 6 months ya sa mga bisinos, kansaw yagat sa sila. Hindi sila ta pwede durmi. Tiyan kanila, may maya boss. Okay? So, we have to understand, dali kita kanila di ila kooperasyon di atom kasi sila, hindi kat sila ta pwede pa deskansa.
6 weeks na may
6 weeks. 6 weeks may deskansa. Pero so, well, kita board lang kita na di atom kasa, sila reporta, anda ki anda ng barangay para man validate. No?
Chene gane kanya ang mga amigo din niya na Manila tabla. Hansina kala daw bida del uno bam. Akil ba may ko sa taas Kansaw tameng galay. Talo lang siya nakasa may ko sa taas. Kansaw tameng galay sa klase mga bida. So chene ki Sir Kenneth po. Good evening, sirs. Concerned citizen lang po of the city. I would like to ask for updates regarding the local mass testing aquí na Zamboanga City. Will it be implemented anytime soon?
Well, we have to refer that question to the city officer.
That's right.
I don't have the competence to answer that question.
That's right. But again, this cannot be considered as mass testing, but rather targeted testing. Kaya on a national scale, what we know is only 2% of our total population will be able to be tested, given the limitness of the testing kits. So, si Nasyonal de Zamboanga, if we follow the same target of national government, if 2% of 1 million, we're only talking about 20,000 people. If and only if the testing kits are available, this is still subject to whatever DOH is gonna do. Pero priority, como habla si Secretary Nograles, there will be set of priorities, subset A, B, group C, and D. So taliyal na A, of course, aquellos mga PUI sa diatun, and those who are now yasalin negative or positive na COVID. The recent study, Attorney Kenneth pati Dr. Mile, na US Yase, and this was published by CBS News, was that according to CDC, el virus ARA, even if you're already negative and have been checked out as negative, can actually survive in your body for the next 37 days. So, this is the Center for Disease Control na Amerika Yase sale. Entonces, aquel mga kanato na kinasyudad sa Zamboanga na Yamandaya Bolbe, kaya negative yun, they still have to be isolated for a much longer period, and based on study, 37 days until we're safe to say that they're very cleared from that disease. Pero sa correct si Attorney Kenneth, it will all depend na kung sa kita tiene datos, también diatun kooperasyon, si pwede baganigat kita, manlit ya kung nesta diatun, ECQ. Sabi to ni Kenneth, no? Naun ora kita tang kwento, 723 text messages came in. And this is really how rich, no, and interested. Some of these questions actually contested si Attorney Kenneth, and hopefully mañana or na mga dia que pasa, pwede kita repeat for those who only tuned in very late for Casa Coneste. Dr. Man, el ora diato may kore.
O sige, ben kore gat, syempre kay tres gat kita, no? So, pwede gat kita man konversasyon aki. Oo, difícil si unto kami pirmi na portal conversation. Mga bisinos, before kita man end ko na sila itong programa, kira lang yung habla con ustedes na sita pwede ustedes mira di atong mga líderes, no? Poco ta queda frustrated or chene sila sometimes tasinti sila ta pwede ustedes sinti como chene mga words yan speak, no, alina barangay level con ustedes el barangay kapitan como rabiao ya may pasensya pabor dale ustedes el todo entendimiento kanila kay tamira yo sila gayot el bien concern para con ustedes. Anyway, for as long as we are all alive, el di ila trabaho ta pwede sila se cumpli. Okay? Ese katal importante ahora. Hindi el diskusyon de ustedes na di ustedes mga barangay leaders, diskusyon de ustedes con el mga líderes na syudad, no? Di atong congressman, di atong mayor. Hindi es el importante. El importante, vivo kita todo. Ikaba con este lift off, di ato man lift con este di ato na quarantine, todo kita celebra birthday di ato next year. Kaya tunto lang siyempre kita. So, nung makita perdegana ko na di aton mga líderes, dali kita el di aton outmost cooperation kanila. Ese lang yung kira habla con ustedes mga vecinos. Otra vez, si Mylam Sid, gracias.
Okay, Sir Kenneth, baka chere tu mensahe. Manunto pa ka natin, Sir Kenneth, na mga dia que bene, ha? So, Sir Kenneth, tu.
Otra vez, tarindi kita gracias con el Dateline Teleradyo, con Ma'am Lolit y Sir Eddie por la oportunidad para conversar con el diatong compoblanos de la ciudad de Zamboanga. Querido compoblanos de la ciudad, otra vez, na nombre del diatong alcalde, el vicealcalde, el de ustedes mga concejales, tapela kami con el de ustedes cooperación. Tapidi kami que soporta ustedes con el de ustedes gobierno local. Especialmente este tiempo, te implementé kita con el requerimiento del diato na quarantine pass. Todo el mga barangay bajo con el diaton ciudad y acabaya recibir el de ustedes mga quarantine passes y este mga tiempo ta distribuían a de ustedes mga caserías. Por eso tapela kami que extende ustedes el de ustedes pasensya y entendimiento na de ustedes mga oficiales del barangay. Bien poco lang el oficiales del barangay kumpara na numero del mga vivientes kita está na dila kada ikwalang barangay. Y ojalá hindi kita ay liga na sitwasyon donde tiene kung quien ay aresta y lleva na diaton mga estasyon para lang sa kaya kooperasyon del diaton mga vivientes. Todo kita aquí na ciudad de Zamboanga quiere acabar este ECQ. Y el tiempo para acabar este ECQ está na de ustedes mga mano. Muchas gracias y buenas noches, ciudad de Zamboanga.
Bien balik at si Attorney Kenneth si Mangkwento, Dr. Mayer. Hindi lang public servant, public speaker taming gat no?
So, nisisita ka to semana, no? Top, Kuya Chris.
That's right. That's no wonder na elegant.
Kuya Chris, nisisita ka to sa mas bueno kung Attorney Ken.
Ay, hindi ka kaya mas bueno kung Attorney Ken.
Angal at Kuya Chris, ito po man improve.
Ay, hindi ka pwede sa manlampas. Bugaw ka si Attorney Kenneth. That's what I mentioned earlier, dahil natong buwan Abugaw, parte ka sa linya, the long line of public servants na diatong syudad de Zamboanga. And I think it was really right to get him as our spokesperson. Kaya ito pwede ito explica ka natin buwanamente, mas klaro na otro lengguwahe, tayo natin ang Tagalog at si Attorney Kenneth para explica ka buwanamente kung na diatong mga kwan. And yet, Tagalog is not your first
Yeah. It's
Mother
the
tongue,
least.
it's the least of all the languages na kere lemang kwento. Pero pikura na agad syempre, as he mentioned earlier, why nakansan siya this will repeat until such time that the public can actually understand exactly. Likewise, we would like to thank our televiewers at mga kintanstika natin as early as in the morning as taara tarde, nakatutok lang kina Dateline Teleradyo. Sabi sa rin sa atong istasyon, hindi lang ablat tadali anunsyo o tadali mga balita kung steres regarding ang mga kosa tapasan na syudad sa Buanga. Ta-receive namin kita mga ayuda po, medyo ng mga kind and heart, ali na mga nadyato syudad. Itan distribue, diato mga ubanaki, si Kuya Arch, Atty. Gian, si Sir Phil, si kabal di amon, kabal di na programa aga, man-take over kami tayo, tanda sila ng mga barangay para dali tabi ng poko ayuda. Yang tulong na yan ay galing yan sa mga mabubuting tao na nagbibigay rin ng kanilang, dinadaan ng kanilang tulong sa Dateline Teleradyo. Likewise, I'm asking you to stay tuned on Dateline Teleradyo kasi we will be replaying the press con del ating Mayor Enantes Tarde junto con Dr. Dulce Mirabite para sabi pa kita el mga mas detalye del ko sa tapasan na syudad di aton si kita ba kita successful sa aton mga vivientes ba ta koopera iyal taresa kita na aton mga intermo ara POIC POMs tamen ay takeda na buen lugar na buen estado del dila salud. Hasta otra vez si Chris Aynuko tabla con es manunto kita mañana aquí lang syempre na de sus favorito Dateline Teleradyo.
Querido compoblanos, buenas tardes. Gracias a Dios y Nuestra Señora la Virgen del Pilar y San José. El ciudad de Zamboanga, 32 día, since Zamboanga City was placed under enhanced community quarantine. We started on the 20th of March and it's the 20th of April, or ECQ, and today we are here to update you on the measures we have taken to mitigate the impact of the coronavirus pandemic. I have said this and I will say it again. We remain in critical times and we demand everyone's cooperation and support in every step of the way. This is a crisis of global proportions and all measures implemented are based on national directives. That's why the city government of Zamboanga remains compliant to all the national directives down to the local IATF and DILG mandates. Last Saturday, we rejoiced at the news that 2 COVID positive patients have been completely healed with the grace of God and are now reunited with their families. Patient 3 of Barangay Tetuan and Patient 5 of San Jose Gusu were discharged from the CCMC after they were twice tested negative of the disease. Our deepest gratitude to all the healthcare workers at the CCMC as well as the CHO, CDRMO, and everyone who risked their lives to take care of the sick. With the grace of God, we are healing the sick. Nonetheless, we continue to face an uphill battle as there remain 2 positive patients in the city and over 200 suspect COVID cases. To our COVID-positive patients, we ask everyone's prayer that they will continue fighting and healing with the grace of God. Para más detalles acerca el estado de estos mga pasyente y también el estado del diatun gobierno acerca del diatun pelea contra COVID-19, uwi kita kung Dr. Dulce Miravite.
So, good afternoon. Na the aton statistics, we are now using the new classification, no masakita PUI or PUM, but instead we're using el diaton suspect, probable or confirmed. Na di aton suspect STL mga PUI who have no test or who are awaiting results. For probable, these are PUI with inconclusive test results, and confirmed are those with COVID-19 positive results. So for our suspect, we have a total of 233. 107 out of these have negative results already, and 60 are with pending results. So we have 6 confirmed cases in Zamboanga City, 2 are in NCR, so that's a total of 8 for Zamboanga City. And out of these 6, 3 have been discharged already, and 3 are admitted at Zamboanga City Medical Center, and all are in stable condition. Out of our suspected cases, we have 106 who are admitted, and 31 have been discharged already. We have additional 6 suspected suspected cases, additional of 6. That makes a total of 30 already. 24 are from Zamboanga City, and 6 are outside of the city. So, akel el aton mga stats.
For our questions for Dr. Dulce, how is the condition of the 3 confirmed COVID patients at CCMC? How many tests have been done to her?
So, confirmed cases di aton who are admitted at Zamboanga City Medical Center are stable, and they are awaiting their second repeat test. So, tiyan ko nila yasaka for our ZCO2, DCU repeat test is still positive. That's why we are still awaiting for the negative swab.
So why is COVID case 2 from Tumaga still in the hospital when the 2 cases 3 and 5 were much later na confined, were already out?
That is because of their clinical manifestation already. So, depende na di aton immune system. It's also because of di aton ZCO2 has comorbidities, no? Chanele otro mga conditions. So, LDCU recovery time is much slower than akal di aton dos who have been asymptomatic earlier.
Second question from Julie Adipala. Today is the 32nd day of ECQ. Has there been significant changes in flattening the curve? Can we say we have peaked already or about to peak?
Of ECQ, we really cannot conclusively say now we are flattening the curve because we still have to do LDATON testing gani so that we will be able to really find out the extent del LDATON infection. But we are increasing in our number of suspects, pero tamida kita LDATON no cases hindi man tamen bien drastically ta subi. So el trend del LDATON mga suspected cases paariba syempre. So we really have not reached our peak. So that's why we are still on ECQ, and depending on other factors, hindi pagat kita pwede ablasi sooner pwede kita konesteman lift.
There were testing kits donated. Are they being used now? Doc Dulce said priority is the COVID suspect.
Here we go. This is the episode
epicenter of music entertainment.
From the northern to the southern tip of the Philippines.
Giving you the most complete radio experience.
Trusting the competition is the country's number one. Number one for new music.
The world famous.
We are
Magic 95.5.
What can I give to make your day? Let me send some good vibes your way. Dunkin' Donuts, for every bite that fills the soul. Dunkin' Donuts, tender goodness that makes us whole. There's always more to love for the young and young at heart. It's where love's done.
Dunkin' Donuts, pasalubong ng bayan.
Yes, Paka Bryce.
Saan tayo? Tara, may bagong bar. Let's go! Nasaan yung bar? Ayan.
Introducing the new delicious Diddy Bar. New shape, new flavors,
So, you like this bar? Cheers!
new delightful experience.
Cuando, junto con Ronnie Yodo. El Discusión, Juan y Sangada. Todo lunes, a las 9 hasta las 10 de la noche. Y miércoles, después del Dateline Zamboanga. Y cada domingo, a las 2 del tarde. Cuando, junto con Ronnie Yodo. El programa que te discutí el mga issues del semana. Cuando, junto con Ronnie Yado. Cuando. Cada día.
the magic of radio.
This is the epicenter of music entertainment.
From the northern to the southern tip of the Philippines.
Giving you the most complete radio experience.
Trusting the competition is the country's number one. Number one for new music.
The world famous.
We are
Magic 95.5.
What can I give to make your day? Let me send some good vibes your way. Dunkin' Donuts, for every bite that fills the soul. Dunkin' Donuts, tender goodness that makes us whole. There's always more to love for the young and young at heart. It's where love's done.
Dunkin' Donuts, pasalubong ng bayan.
Yes, Paka Bryce.
Saan tayo? Tara, may bagong bar. Let's go! Nasaan yung bar? Ayan.
Introducing the new delicious Diddy Bar. New shape, new flavors,
So, you like this bar? Cheers!
new delightful experience.
With their families. Patient 3 of Barangay 31 and Patient 5 of San Jose Gusu were discharged from the CCMC after they were twice tested negative of the disease. Our deepest gratitude to all the healthcare workers at the CCMC as well as the CHO, CDRMO, and everyone who risked their lives to take care of the sick. With the grace of God, we are healing the sick. Nonetheless, we continue to face an uphill battle as there remain 2 positive patients in the city and over 200 suspect COVID cases. To our COVID positive patients, we ask everyone's prayer that they will continue fighting and healing with the grace of God. Para más detalles acerca el estado de estos mga pasyente y también el estado del diatun gobierno acerca del diatun pelea contra COVID-19, uwi kita con Dr. Dulce Miravite.
So, good afternoon. Na the ating statistics, we are now using the new classification, no? No masyakita PUI or PUM, but instead we're using el diaton suspect, probable or confirmed. Na di aton suspect, STL mga PUI who have no test or who are awaiting results, for probable, these are PUI with inconclusive test results, and confirmed are those with COVID-19 positive results. So for our suspect, we have a total of 233. 107 out of these have negative results already, and 60 are with pending results. So we have 6 confirmed cases in Zamboanga City, 2 are in NCR, so that's a total of 8 for Zamboanga City. And out of these 6, 3 have been discharged already, and 3 are admitted at Zamboanga City Medical Center, and all are stable, in stable condition. Out of our suspected cases, we have 106 who are admitted, and 31 have been discharged already. We have additional 6 suspected suspected cases, additional of 6. That makes a total of 30 already. 24 are from Zamboanga City, and 6 are outside of the city. So, akel di aton mga stats.
How is the condition of the 3 confirmed patients in CCMC? How many tests have been done over?
So, confirmed cases di aton who are admitted at Zamboanga City Medical Center are stable, and they are awaiting their second repeat test. So, tsaneko nila yasaka for our ZCO2, DCU repeat test is still positive. That's why we are still awaiting for the negative swab.
So why is COVID case from Tumalas still in the hospital? The cases 3 and 5 were much later confined. They're already out.
That is because of their clinical manifestation already. So, depende na di aton immune system. It's also because of di aton ZCO2 has comorbidities, no? Chanele otro mga conditions. So, LDCU recovery time is much slower than akal di aton those who have been asymptomatic earlier. To peak. So, we are on the 30th day or 32nd day of ECQ. We really cannot conclusively say na we are flattening the curve, because we still have to do LDATON testing gani, so that we will be able to really find out the extent of LDATON infection. But we are increasing in our number of suspects, pero tamira kita LDATON no cases, hindi man tamen bien drastically ta subi. So, el trend del aton mga suspected cases paari ba syempre. So, we really have not reached our peak. So, that's why we are still on ECQ, and depending on other factors, hindi pagat kita pwede ablasi sooner, pwede kita konesteman lift.
Are they being used now? Doc Dulce said priority is the COVID suspects.
So we will be using them very soon, maybe tomorrow or the next day, because syempre we are still preparing also for other things that we need once we start our testing, like our storage on the Kitaman store aton specimen, and how we're going to transport. So once everything is in place, and it's going to be in 1 to 2 days, we're going to start testing and sending the specimen for more tests.
COVID suspect revealed that chloroquine is used on him without being asked about his physical condition, and was asked to sign some documents. Your
na management na treatment, I believe that our IDS or our attending physician, patient's consent di aton on treatment, so tan explain kunele no pakilaya, and then tan monitor tamen el effect del drug na DCU cuerpo.
Thank you, Doc. This is for Mayor from Julie. Julia Alipala, with this quarantine pass, are we looking at longer ECQ?
Well, the idea of a quarantine pass is really to limit the travel of people unnecessarily outside the houses. That's why we only allow one quarantine pass for family, and they're allowed to go out 3 times a week to really buy the basic necessities. I, as mayor, really have to be more conservative in our treatment of our patients because I want as much as possible to balance. On the one hand, el diaton priority with the grace of God is to heal the sick. On the other hand is really to feed the hungry. Para dyan kita balance destos dos, yan LDILG, ya manda kreya kunal mga barangay dalil quarantine pass para ayuda tameng kita kunal di aton mga security forces limita gayot punal di aton mga salida na kasa. So tamira kita Julie para mas menos el caminada afuera, limita kita oportunidad para sali.
From Cecil Aboy, Mayor Beng, tiyan mga purok leaders, tamandaan da nakasa di ila kunel mga hente para sa ka-LQP. El rason, volunteer lang daw sila. Your reaction?
Well, again, whatever way it is, the people are entitled to a quarantine pass per household. We'd like to thank our purok leaders for volunteering. In Anantes, the Kagawad brought it to the residents where we are, and in whatever way, form, or manner, for as long as we observe social distancing, iyan mga di aton mga recipients ay pwede receive one quarantine pass per family.
Reaction di Mayor Beng con el mga beneficiaries del ayuda del gobyerno kita despresya imal abla pa con el gobyerno lokal man o nasyonal.
Siguro al di ato na apelo con el mga vivientes como alcalde de Ciudad de Zamboanga, todo que tadal el gobierno nacional y local at así kita manera para precura kita llega mas mucho mga caserías. Sabi ustedes, el di aton sitwasyon, hindi gat kita pwede abla el futuro di aton si claro ya bagayot kay no sabi kita el corrida de este clase de pandemic or enfermedad. Por eso, como siempre, cosa kita pwede ka natin recibui at accepta kita sin abla kita complaints because these are all blessings of God. But we would like to assure you as local government with the national government para kumigo si tiene que dale ta apresyagat kita se.
From Queenie Casimiro, for mayor, some checkpoints do not honor company ID or certificate of employment. Like in Santa Maria, tinanong pa ang motorist ano daw gagawin niya sa ID basta utos daw ni mayor stay at home. When motorist explained na di dapat nahahamper ang delivery ng mga essential goods, sabi ng pulis, so sino susundin namin, si mayor o ikaw?
So I've already, Queenie, I've already asked the police time and time again. In fact, I wanted to file a complaint against one police personnel that gave a lame reason that utos ni Mayor. The basis is IATF policies and our executive order that basically allows certain people that are exempted, especially in the delivery of essential products, to continue on their jobs. The police, again, we have already been coordinating earlier that we have to synchronize our policies. El rason, hindi kay orden di mayor, pero orden bajo del di aton order ejecutiva.
From Shirley Espino, Mayor Beng, what is the implication of the enforcement of the quarantine pass this coming Thursday in the city? Do we expect for an extension of the ECQ?
With regards to the extension of the ECQ, I would like to leave the decision to our medical professionals. Pero hindi kita pensa si manlif sila na Manila, manlif el Zamboanga. Kay akorda kita, siya deklara si Presidente el lockdown del ika-15 del Marso, el Ciudad de Zamboanga ya deklara na pecha 20 pa. So, it's really a week after because tan-expect kita, tiene mga diaton mga kompoblanos ide afuera ay enderece para na Zamboanga. Por eso, tan-delay kita a week para dali ko na diaton mga doktor el oportunidad de prepara. Thank you, Shirley, for that question.
From Jodiver Arquiza, Mayor, how many percent yaya pwede distribuyi el quarantine passes? Are we ready for the implementation?
Okay. Tiodi, yablagane el gobierno local, este día yakaba el orientation de todo 98 barangay. Antes na distribui el quarantine pass na diaton mga barangay, asigura kita que el mga diaton oficiales del barangay ta attende el orientation, tali si Attorney Eric Elias, el Barangay Affairs, el DILG, si Sir Mario Roca, itadale kanila man explain ko sa dia que puedes te usa mga passes. El diaton instruction until all the 98 barangays have received their quarantine pass, then we will give the go signal to our PNP to implement it. So our target Kyodi will be on Thursday, as prescribed also earlier by the office of Ma'am Apple Go.
From Noning Antonio, Mayor, reaction de ustedes dos di doctor. Si Dr. Justin Faber ya habla que si continúa subir el case del suspected COVID-19 patients dentro el 5 día, hindi ya daw pwede receive pasyente el CCMC. Por eso tan appeal si Faber para aumenta ya maga-quarantine facilities na city.
So, antes siya tiene kami meeting with Dr. Justin Faber, CZMC, WHO representative, Dr. Aranan, itambién mga otro mga medical professionals from the DOH, ZZMC, and CHO, and local government personnel kanda Ma'am Apple Go. Ya deklara LCCMC kay tiene el kapasidad siguro mga 104 patients, and once they reach that threshold, then we will have to provide for an step-down facility of what we call our quarantine. So far, we have identified Kabatangan as an area for the step-down facility, and with the grace of God, El Ecozone chairperson and the members of the board, Raul Regondola, agreed that we can utilize the facility in the Zamboanga Ecozone Freeport. Cosa quiere decir de este step-down facility? Después man undergo sila, LDE la recubrida na kurada, pwede sila recubrir na otro fasilidad para hindi mas kedalyeno LD aton hospital. Siguro si Dr. Dulce pwede tamen man explain, ita rin di kita gracias con el ZCMC, kanda Dr. Norvi, Dr. Justin, Dr. Afdal, y todo Jimeno, and DOH, Dr. Monsipo, kaya ayuda gayot con el gobierno lokal with the PHAPI, kanda Dr. Maxino, todo mga ospital privado tan ayudahan para kura con el diaton pasyente. And may God bless everyone.
Yes, como akal gani abda si Mayor Beng, siya niya kita yan identify mga other isolation facility on the pwede po ni kunel di aton mga pasyente. Those who have been with negative results already, they will be transferred in a step-down facility just to complete el quarantine di ila for 14 days. So that siya available beds, alyan na ZCMC, na mga di aton nuevo pasyente who are suffering from moderate to severe symptoms.
From Julie Alipala, magbabago ba ang landscape ng security on ECQ after issuing directives that soldiers should secure the streets, although may mga sundalo na nagbabantay?
We hope that with everyone's cooperation, we will maintain the kind of security preparations that we have. You see, this is really a very tall order for everyone. Tapelagat kita, kinesesita kita, dale mira, el di aton peleya, empezando na di aton pamilya, tiene kita amor para di aton pamilya, ke amo disiplina ka naton para hindi kita anda na kamino. Nung mas kita ase mas difícil con el di aton mga fuerza de seguridad by securing us unnecessarily, because right now, just today, I have received information that there were two commercial establishments kaya robo. Por eso mandayo kun Colonel Martir mismo to contact the victims, because we are seeing some incidents of I think tiene mga robo na di aton mga establishmento. That's why the police and the security forces are needed to prevent such crimes and incidents, rather than patrolling us in the street just to make sure that we follow the ECQ. And I'm asking everyone, please cooperate with our security forces para hindi na po kailangan na bantayan tayo sa sarili nating sikap. gagampanan natin ang responsibilidad natin na manirahan sa bahay sapagkat ito ay kailangan na kailangan para sa ating ikabubuti. Necesita gat esta kita na casa para gayot ayuda na di aton bienestar.
Cosa pwede abla si Mayor kay daw siya na favoritism na implementation del SAP pati del FF.
Okay. From the very start, pidigat kita ko ng Department of Social Welfare and Development that has worked with the city government, and we also are appreciative of the City Link, si Vice Mayor Romel Agan and Ma'am Soki Rojas. They have really doubled time to ensure that to the best that they can, we follow the directives as stipulated under the implementation of the SAP and the family food packs. We're receiving some complaints kahit yan na daw pabor lang, tadale con estos mga family food packs. Por eso ya entra el gobierno local, asigura que tiene kita representante del sanggunian, del barangay, y también el di aton mga largo vida para identifika con estos mga casa que ta necesita. Sabi kita, ket yan na tamen mga familia, igual tadale ka natin aapelo, kay maski OFW sila, pero no ay man sila trabaho, tapidi sila ke pwede sila keda daw embuelto. So todo esto, coordina kita con el Department of Social Welfare and Development. In fact, we have also established a link with DSWD that there is somebody that will be always able to answer, whether it's in our emails or there are texts that we're sending, that DSWD is making themselves available para aklara ko ng mga bibiyentes, hindi kita sinti, kita iskuhilang. I'd also like to thank Gay Garnet Francisco that is also responding to all the queries that we're having so that ustedes queda habla kita on the know, and we will really try to reach out to you and tapidi kita el ustedes pasensya y kooperasyon.
More or less this is related, Mayor, no? Despite ill distribution the relief goods and SAP for the needy and vulnerable, many are still complaining that they did not receive any aid from the government. How will you address this?
Okay, we're addressing this by telling the people, aquellos que tasinti, que no hayat sila puede recibir, you can simply send your name and address that can be verified also so that we will be able to reach out to you. And we hope that through your text messages, aki kanatun, or even in Facebook, giving us the exact address, pwede se man validate para pwede ustedes recibir el family food packs di aton, no?
For Dr. Dulce, from Julie, maliban sa COVID, anong sakit ang tumataas din sa panahon ngayon?
So, LD aton respiratory infection, chenele, no? We are also looking at patients na chene kita LD aton mga animal bites. So, tamira kita medyo mucho LD aton pasyente tamenta anda for animal bites. Okay. So, un mes, 32 days después el di aton orden del ECQ na ciudad de Zamboanga. Este tiempo, hindi pa kita, tiene habla kita asiguramento kay the city government through Dr. Dulce, Dr. Apolinario, and in coordination with DOH and CCMC will continue with the grace of God to really fight and win against COVID. But that can only be done with everyone's cooperation. Tablagani kita, the battle begins with the family. The father, the mother, and children, exercising the maximum tolerance para esta na casa. And the battle is taking place na diaton mga barangay, donde el barangay health emergency response teams are there to assure you that we follow ECQ, that we also wash our hands, man-sanitize, we use face mask. Talagani sila, el next line of defense, the last line of defense are our medical professionals, the medical team composed of doctors, nurses, even the orderlies. And so far, we have seen a very hard-working team from the city of Zamboanga that is, with the grace of God, healing our people. But we are not assured of, once we have people tested, we might have an increase in the number of cases again. That is why we cannot relax at this moment, but we have to continue to be very, very vigilant because in other countries, por ejemplo, na China, pensaba kita yakuraya con el COVID, the Wuhan,
Unfortunately, ya tamen subida de kaso na Singapore, ya ba si Dr. Omar Endenantes, ya menora, pero ya diskubri sila que tiene gali mga otro foreign workers, ya aumental kaso. So, el COVID fight will not only be in level 1, ay tiene second level, Dr. Dulce, and God forbid to have other third incident cases. That is why I would like to ask everyone, mas bueno ya stricto gayot kita na Zamboanga para pwede gayot kita intensifika el di aton pelea. Querido compoblanos de Ciudad de Zamboanga, as we move forward in our ECQ, we are implementing the quarantine pass policy effective Thursday, April 23. A series of orientations to fully inform the barangays about the guidelines has been ongoing since Saturday, and the distribution of the passes per household has started. Please be guided by the official guidelines as well as we will enforce EO 563 as the week. Violators of the law will be meted with appropriate sanctions and penalties. Details and information regarding the quarantine passes and its distribution to the barangays are posted in our official Facebook pages as we remind the public to share the information from official sources. Be very careful because sometimes tatinagane mga fake news that is not accurate. So, estel di aton mga official Facebook pages. Any releases from the sources other than the FB pages of our city government and my FB pages are not official statements. Our shuttle services for hospital workers and free transport dahil di aton mga pasyente, chronic diseases undergoing chemotherapy, dialysis, and rehabilitation medicine remain available. The barangays are directed to continue serving their constituents na diila transportasyon and access to essential goods. Allow us to thank the LTO, LTFRB that have also provided these vehicles and passes, and even DACAC and BL Transport as well as ALTS Co-op in coordination with Mr. Raymond Padayhag. For our relief operations, the CSWD covered 94 out of the 98 barangays and released a total of 163,365 family food packs as of today, April 20. Diyos quiera, inshallah, tomorrow, the 21st and 22nd of April, we will be partnering with the group of Team Ijiran so that we will be also sharing our Ramadan Iftar family food packs to reach out to our Muslim communities. Aki akaba kontribui ang mga Muslim families and professionals together with the city government, and we've also invited the military and the police, Task Force Zamboanga, MBLT 11, 74th IB, and the Philippine National Police, and the city councilors to also share in order to help the Muslim community prepare for the holy month of Ramadan. Ansina kita na Zamboanga, donde tadali kita, mira, el di aton amor, for both Muslim, Christian, and Lumad communities in the city of Zamboanga. As we fight against COVID, we contribute so that everyone will be able to really pray during the holy month of Ramadan. Meanwhile, 6,228 families from 10 barangays have received their 5,000 cash assistance for a total of 31,140,000 under the Social Amelioration Program as of today. A total of 54 barangays have already been oriented on the SAP implementation, with Vice Mayor Romel Meng Agan and the CSWDO under the Soki Rojas spearheading the series of orientations together with our DSWD and the City Link. Our mobile market, dubbed Kadiwa on Wheels, a joint project del aton Departamento de Agricultor, DTI, the NFA, BFAR, and the LGU will visit Barangay Baliwasan tomorrow, April 21. Hindi kita gracias con todo del aton mga generous constituents that have shared with us, not only in terms of food, but even in terms of medical supplies, kaya dali na di aton city and those from outside, and this will really go down for the use of our patients, and our medical team. We'd also like to thank other partner government agencies such as the Philippine Coast Guard and even the Bureau of Fire that's also providing their assistance for us. El di aton gobyerno lokal hace todo manera posible para responde na de ustedes mga necesidad at mediante el implementación del Enhanced Community Quarantine. Tapidigat kami de ustedes kooperasyon na teado mejores para pwede kita impuhal objektibo na pabor de Dios, cura con el mga enfermo y dale come con el mga con hambre. Junto con Doctora Dulce, el di aton team esta tarde, si Sheila, Sed, Christian, Tenil, and Garnet, y con todo, continua kita reza con Dios, con esperanza, que bajo na di aton sitwasyon de pandemic, tiene la oportunidad para curar, tiene la oportunidad para puede kita en buenamente otra vez vivi na manera posible kay el Dios taamagayot kanaton. Junto con el abrazo del Diaton Nuestra Señora la Virgen del Pilar, San José y todos los ángeles y santos, el bendición del Dios está kanaton todo, cristiano, muslim y lumad sambuangueño. Muchas gracias y vaya con Dios a todos.
The magic of radio.
Here we go. This is the epicenter of